start with the kind of the last item on our agenda, because I do think we've been talking a lot about what is the role of the commission in terms of advocacy for the library. And I've got some offers up here. We'll cross them off the list if you don't agree. I want to try to get a head start on this. So in terms of an action plan around library advocacy, I think you have the opportunity to build capacity in yourselves as a commission by continuing to do work like this, and in doing the standard operating protocols, or whatever you want to call it, practice, whatever you want to call it. I think that can also have an effect in building capacity in staff and the library in terms of being a great partner, right, with the library staff. Also with the labs and the way that we talked about it, in terms of being able to get in conversation with them about how can we all find discrete ways to contribute and support each other, so that the whole, is greater than the sum of its parts. And then also, we did talk a lot about the Friends of the Library and the foundation, and yet I still think there's room for that in terms of the work of the group, who might actually start with the one sheet of paper that kind of talks about, here's the commission, how does it relate to, and then you start to build that, right, that clarity. I think that you also have the opportunity to build advocacy through the budget approval process, because you've got the library goals and then your own criteria, potentially, in terms of how you apply the proposed budget options against those goals. And I want you guys as a group to be thinking in terms of 3 buckets of stuff. One is sustenance, all right? That's the middle line. That's sustaining something isn't increasing it, and it's not decreasing it, right? Sustaining is taking no more out than you put in. Putting in enough that that it stays the same. So sustenance is certain things that are like core library things that, like moving the books around, still has to happen, right? You need to sustain that in terms of delivery. Investments is on kind of left-hand first idea, because these are the initiatives that might arise because of the strategic plan that might need special attention or special funding to get them off the ground. They might be new arenas. They might be new things that are happening because of the strategic plan, right? So investments and then sustenance. And then there's another kind of bucket of stuff, which is, how would I just put it this way? Divestment. Now, I realize that Sonoma Library has been in kind of a tough place for a long time now. And so, some people would say there's probably nothing left to divest of, get rid of, stop doing. And I will tell you, there's still some. There's still some things that I think that, anything should be able to be talked about in terms of divestments. Because one of the ways to create capacity with no new funding is to stop doing something. Right?
Like when we start being open on Monday.
Right. So, I would actually look for the waste in the system first.
I'm sorry?
I would actually start looking for that. I would have staff start looking for the waste in the system first. Because I think, that's an example, perfect example. And I think we could be looking for, is there waste in the system? Because I think that there's probably a lot of stuff that happens in the way that it happens, taking as much time as it does, only because that's always been the way it's been done, right?
Like the hour, they're open an hour before they open for the public, because they've done that.
Right. Although I have to say, I appreciate that in terms of customer